after finishing my studies, secondary education in electronic, I decided to conduct the seminar by the way of CICM configuration. So I followed the normal program of our formation in Congo. And then after that, our superior decided to send me to the Philippines. I have been here in the Philippines for 6 months. But when I arrived here, it was quite difficult for me to speak in English, because in our country we don't use English, I use French. It was really quite difficult to communicate with people. And then we went somewhere to learn English, but it was not enough for us. That's why we met each other here. But here it was really a rewarding experience. We learned too much from our teachers. So helped by my teachers, teacher union, especially teacher Karen, I am really excited to be in front of you on this day, just to, like the others, to share with you the same topic about greatness, according to my understanding. So, for you, what does it mean? You and I, we are going to find the question, the answer through this speech. Any kind of food is appreciated by its taste. Everything that seems to be highest position is undoubtedly considered with a special respect. What one might say, mostly we are impressed by whatever that fits our particular situation. In the midst of human action, we usually hang ourselves to what comes across our needs. This is what brings us to distinguish good and bad, to differentiate greatness to any quality in daily life. But focusing on greatness itself, I would like to say, firstly, greatness is a character of some action that make difference in a very appreciable way. It shows a clear concern, meaning to say, greatness has specific intentions. Secondly, greatness may be understood as the excellence in daily actions. This means by greatness, we can notice where an action starts and where it goes. Dear brothers and sisters, what shall we say about this opposite situation? For example, someone who is inventing a chemical bomb and somebody who is inventing a welcoming center for street children. Finally, we define greatness like a deep desire of doing well in whatever we commit ourselves. Though each tree is judged by its fruits, says the gospel. This is not different from what we experience nowadays. Life is like a melody of music by which everyone finds out his way to dance. Meaning to say, everyone chooses what fits his condition. So, it is quite important for us to discover ourselves as far as possible. This will help us to know our defeats and our qualities. By doing so, we may be able to give the best and avoid the worst. For this reason, we are led to define greatness like an excellent quality of behavior that we present to others. In what we possess or what we give to others, there will always be a goal. Moreover, supposedly we know the reason why we do this and not the other. Greatness has more specific characteristics, and those characteristics are generosity, availability, openness, sense of service, care for others, justice, and true love. In fact, human being is a combination of different experiences. We have the opportunity to and to
help as well. Meaning to say, we are not living singly in the society, but we are living collectively. Like just here, we need to be helped by the others. I wanted to show a simple exercise with two of us here in the class. Please. I will just put the cell phone on the table, and we ask two of them. One will turn this side, and the other one will look at the cell phone. But we are asking them to get that cell phone. Do you understand? Do you follow the exercises? Just here, just here, just here. We turn this side. Yeah, come here. You look the other side. But you will move together, but you need to get a cell phone, both of you. And you use the same way. Use the same way. We use the same way. Yes, try. Let us try. Okay, okay. Don't go astray. Don't go astray. Just don't go astray. That's the same way. This is the same way, but both of you, you need to get the cell phone. Both of you, don't look at the cell phone. Just go. Oh, don't like that. The way is still the same, but you are just following the same way, both of you, and you need to bring the cell phone to teacher Yoni. Oh, it's not possible. You see? You see? It is really impossible. Okay, thank you so much. It is really impossible. This meaning to say, when we are living together, and then we want to get something, we need to be hand by hand. We need to look all of us at the same direction. That's the most teaching in that example. The society makes us to live with the others. We had better to know how to express ourselves. What is the meaning of my support for others? In this case, greatness has to be a bridge that helps the others to move from darkness to lightness. Greatness thrills those who are ruined by sadness. It raises up the lowly. Greatness strengthens those who feel guilty of sheepishness. This is to say, greatness cares largely on bringing a lasting comfort to others' needs. It is also felt that greatness is supposed to make the afflicted laugh. Unfortunately, people become more increasingly indifferent nowadays. Oftentimes, it is commonly said, may the others starve to death, it doesn't matter. In this case, greatness becomes meaningless. On the contrary, dear brothers and sisters, as Christians, greatness should be a source of life. It should be a channel of grace and marvels to others' problems. No need to turn a blind eye to others' matters. I cannot imagine that you are living with somebody who is in suffering time. We know he's suffering, we see, but we try to be blind. We invite another nature. We impose ourselves another nature to be blind. We don't want to look at the other situation. We just keep it and then we go away. It's not really a good quality. But as brothers and sisters living in the same place, the same society, we need to be attentive to other problems. Otherwise, we become simple onlookers instead of getting involved. Greatness has to bring life and bring it more abundantly. Going one step further, greatness must not be centered in one area. Rather, it has to be spread over a large space. Briefly, greatness cannot deal with a small group and persons and let perish the other ones. The model of greatness to follow is Jesus, whom by universal love saved the whole mankind. to sum up, the topic of greatness is in big part a social issue. As reported above, it is about how to behave toward others. The differences of nations, of race, of tongue, and regions do not matter. Our actions of greatness have to be precious fruits of true love from the heart. They have to constitute ways by which we assert our goodwill. Small or subtle, it helps us to put our best self into our action. May our daily effort, dear brothers, be done in need to be a blessing for others, to be solutions instead of problems, to be light instead of dark by means of greatness. Certainly, it will help us to identify our finest values and noblest aspirations, always looking at the positive side of things. The more we look for the excellence, further we give success to our actions. I just found out some beautiful phrases that I like so much, and then I wanted to share with you. This is first the African proverb. As you read it, I suppose, if you want to go fast, just go alone. But if you want to go further, try to go with the others. If you want to be a better person in the society, try to live with the others. But if you want to go fast, if you want to reach a place, just go alone. And the second one is, when you have more than what you need, build a longer table to share with the others, but not a high fence. Because when we build a fence, we prevent others to get in. But if you have more than what you need, better to share with others. I have learned to give. It is not because I have too much, but because I deeply know how it feels to have nothing. That's really the most beautiful phrase that I like so much. So thank you so much for your attention.